Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the Practical Numerologist, with your numerology forecast for the 3-personal year for October 2023. So if you are new to numerology or you simply need a reminder, please take 2 seconds and go to FeliciaBender.com, click on monthly forecast. There's a calculator there where you can calculate your personal year number for 2023. You can also quickly take a look at the description box below where there is a very quick, easy manual way to do that. The reason I bring this up right up front at the beginning is because this forecast is based on the personal year number, not on your life path number. So those are two entirely different things in numerology. I just want to make sure you're at the right place at the right time, listening to the correct forecast. So with that said, we are diving right into the 3-personal year for October, and it is a number 4 personal month for you. So it's a number 4 month. So this is a month for you to implement some of those creative endeavors, hopefully, that you have been working on so diligently. All right. Think back to January also. So if you think back to January of this year, what was unfolding for you then? The energy of the month of October, this number 4 energy that is at play for you right now is the same as it was for you in January. So it's that hardworking, goal-focused number 4. So I find that when we repeat a cycle within a cycle, meaning that you're revisiting this 4 personal month within this full personal year, all right, that you're in. So you've got 2 of these showing up for you this year. So it's really beneficial to look back, see what was happening during that month, and then see how you might be offered kind of some up-leveling of your experience as you walk through this again. So it's time where you could really elevate and integrate more deeply the lessons, the opportunities, really is what I'm focused on. What are the opportunities that you have here at your ready? And let's talk about what those are. So right now, it is the time to get organized, get serious, serious about what you're doing, right? So the energy of the 4, which is the vibe for your all month long, these 4 weeks that you have, it's all about structure. It calls for some endurance and for some get it done, get it done attitude, right? You'll need to focus on formulating and activating some systems of management in your life, whether it's with your work, personal life, or most likely both of these, right? And this only shows up for 4 weeks. It's not like it's an entire personal year for you, even though if you think about it, this is what you're prepping for next year, for 2024. So I don't know, those of you who want a little bit of a deeper dive, like, let's feel out this energy this month and see how I'm responding to it and see how I could kind of prep myself for the energy, the overarching energy all year long for next year. So October basically is supporting you in making practical tweaks in your routine, things that will move you forward in a positive direction. So I would ask you to be open to some practical and logistical changes in your day-to-day, right? In your day-to-day life that will ultimately make things so much easier. It's just a matter of actually setting aside the time and focus to do it. It's kind of like, to use a silly example, but not so silly, it's like you've got, all these files on your desk and you're like, oh God, I can't find anything. And finally you set aside 2 hours to actually go through the files, toss the things that you don't need anymore, put everything else, code it differently, figure it out, and then it makes your life so much easier. It's just a matter of taking the 2 hours that it takes to actually do it. You know what I mean? So this is the month. You may not like me for saying that, so don't shoot the messenger, but it's time to kind of get some things in order, take the time, devote yourself to doing that. It will make things so much more effective, so much easier down the line. So, and that 3 personal year, I'm going to ask you, if you've opened up emotionally, have you been taking these opportunities presented to you all year long to kind of step into yourself, your authenticity. That's what the 3 is always begging for. Who are you authentically? How can you show up authentically? It's asking you to know your truth, to speak your truth, to act upon your truth. And it's also asking you to be a listener, to be an open forum for other people to be heard, right? Without judgment and without the critical voice. So the 3 personal year is such a creative hotbed for expansion, having fun, hopefully getting more social, really engaging yourself in different on different levels with different subject matters. This is often a time where in a 3 personal years, someone will go learn some kind of new energy work modality. Maybe they take a ceramics class. They learn to play the flute, whatever it is. It's always that experimenting. It's following your curiosity and it's trying new things. And yet it's also a time where we get to see where those weaker links are or might be in the way that we choose to communicate and come to the emotional table. So I also want to say this out loud, all right? If you're feeling slightly blue, or maybe even have dipped in and out of depression this year, please know that this is or can be a part of the experience of the number 3. So don't be shy or ashamed to admit that, or to reach out for support and to seek some help to bridge you through whatever emotional intensities you may be experiencing. You're not weak. You're not too sensitive. You're not failing. So when in doubt, reach out. This could be lifelong and yet definitely in the 3 personal years. So don't try to go it alone. Please reach out and understand that you do have support systems there for you. If this doesn't apply to you, that's great. And if it does apply to you, that's great. Just understand that it can be a little bit of a roller coaster that way, depending on where you are in your personal year cycles, right? I always will say, again, it goes without saying, but sometimes not so much. So I will say it, which is if you're experiencing a 3 personal year and you're in your 20s, it's going to be different than your 3 personal year in your 60s. So there are going to be different things that are at play and are priority in your life, given where you are within the cycle. So these are general readings that I attempt to make as specific as I possibly can. All right. So October itself points out to you what is standing between you and what you actually want in a real and tangible way. The 4 energy is a no nonsense, get real sort of energy. It's like, what you want a better job with more money? Have you redone your resume? Have you been, reaching out and maybe have you been taking some classes to retool yourself for what you want to do? Have you been talking to people and networking and maybe trying to get have you been doing that? Well, this is the 4 speaking. It's not me. Yeah, it's the 4 channeling the 4 here. So it's like, really? Well, then what do you expect? It's kind of tough love that, it's like, really, you want it, then go get it, then make it happen, then do the steps, take the steps that it takes to get where you want to be. Don't just keep dreaming it, right? Don't just keep fantasizing and then being mad that it hasn't shown up at your doorstep. So that's what the 4 energy, it's going to point this out to you. And understand also that you're going to experience a few little slowdowns, right? This month, perhaps a few frustrations that could come in with that, because the 4 demands that you take things step by step by step by step by step. So you're not going to be skipping around. You're going to be asked to do that. And if you resist that, you're going to be, it's kind of like, don't pass go, don't collect $200, the old Monopoly game. It's like you got to go back and start again in order to cover your steps. So anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does, but you've got to be pretty methodical this month. So there can be times where you wonder, why is this little thing so hard right now? right? Something like you're trying to redo something on your website, and for some reason, it just, your web developer just can't do it. Or maybe, I don't know, you've been wanting to, I don't know, what's another example? You've been wanting to get your plumbing done, on your landscaping, and for some reason, the landscaper just keeps canceling or coming and doing the wrong thing, and it leaks again, and you have to have him back. All of those sorts of things are things that can come up with the 4. It's a number of limitation. It's asking you to really be patient and follow through. So the point is to allow you the opportunity to do it thoroughly, and while you're using those the longer range view. So don't let the obstacles derail you right now, is basically what I'm saying. So take note of how you deal with those stumbling blocks, because this really is more important than the obstacles or issues themselves, because the energy of the 4 of your month often produces some of these limitations, some of these restrictions that do demand your patience, your attention, and for you to follow some often what we would call irritating or annoying step-by-step processes in order to get from point A to point B. This could be a time where you've got things that you've got to go online and fill out forms, that you would really rather, never do. Certain things that just have to be done that no one loves to do, and yet you must do them. So don't avoid them. Do them now. Get them done. Just get it done. Okay. So enjoy these closing months of your 3 personal year. Take advantage simultaneously here of all this fun, all the social engagement, hopefully, that you can muster during this time, because you'll have to place some of that, a little bit. You're always integrating it, but some of that on the back burner, and dig into some additional discipline and focus when this new year arrives. So you're moving into a 4 personal year itself. So you're getting your feet wet. You're getting your feet wet right now. So your finances will be on your mind, particularly on or about October 18th. You might also be feeling the pressure of family members right now. Maybe they're meddling, maybe they're needing, I don't know, needing you in ways that you would rather not be needed. Maybe you need a few clearer boundaries to be set. So this might push you in that direction. So October is not a time for more impulsive action, which is more the energy of the 3 that you've been experiencing all year long. It's more of the time for taking yourself, your goals and dreams a little more seriously, setting those intentions, making a plan, committing to yourself to achieving it step by step, and daring to dream, right? To really writing things down and making yourself accountable for what you would like to see happen. All right. You're getting a preview of what is to come this upcoming year, where you are entering into that year focused on the same themes of this 4 energy. So pay attention to how you feel around that. Some people, it feels like home, if you're a 4 life path, if you're, if you have more of those propensities, this feels like, oh, what a relief. And the 3 energy of the year is a little more disconcerting. It's like, I don't even know how to handle this. So it depends on who you are and how you engage in this particular energy. So this is what you've got coming in to meet and greet you in 2024. And yet, this is a great time to lightly get some ideas and a plan in place for what you would love to see expand, launch, and be implemented next year. All right, that is your forecast for the 3 personal year for October 2023. If you are numerology curious, just head on over to FeliciaBender.com. There's everything numerology related there, from a certification course to your profiles to private sessions. There's also lots of free information, articles, calculators, everything that you could possibly want and need numerology related is at FeliciaBender.com. So in the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic October. I really look forward to meeting you back here to see what November has in store for you.